Hi, it's Michael from Planet Naturopath, and today we're going to talk about the comprehensive digestive stool analysis. If you've got health problems, whether that's even digestion problems, skin problems, headaches, autoimmune conditions, it could all be stemming from gut health. Sometimes you can have a lot of digestion symptoms, and that's quite obvious, but identifying the cause of those digestion problems is the key to treatment. But sometimes people don't have digestion symptoms, but they have underlying parasite, bacteria, candida infection, or just not producing enough of the good bacteria or stomach acid. So the comprehensive digestive stool analysis test can help to identify the cause of the problems. The test can be done anywhere in the world, and let's have a look at some examples of what can happen during a CDSA test. Here we have a simplified diagram of the digestive tract. From the esophagus, the food goes into the stomach, and this is where problems with digestion can first start. One problem can be a lack of digestive stomach acid, pepsin. Another problem can be an overgrowth of the Helicobacter pylori bacteria. From the stomach, the food goes into the small intestine, and the small intestine can also have a lack of pancreatic enzymes to digest the food, bile to break down fats, or it can have an overgrowth of bacteria from the large intestine that moves up into the small intestine. This bacteria leads to a condition called SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. SIBO is the cause of most IBS type of symptoms like bloating, gas, reflux, constipation and diarrhea. SIBO can also lead to leaky gut. You should absorb nutrients from the small intestine and pass the waste through to the large intestine, but if that small intestine becomes more permeable, you can start to release toxins and proteins that should be passed through, which can lead to an autoimmune response with the body. From the small intestine, the food goes into the large intestine, and this is where further digestion takes place. And a lot of this is done by the trillions of beneficial bacteria that you have there. You can also have candida, parasites, and overgrowth of pathogenic bacteria in the large intestine, which will not only cause digestion problems, but a lot of other systemic health problems too, from mood changes, skin problems, autoimmune conditions, inflammation in general. A lot of people focus on liver for improving their health, but unless you address the cause of a lot of the toxins, which is the large and small intestine, it's like trying to fill up a bucket with leaking holes. Fix the holes first and then fill the bucket with water. So I always treat the gut function before addressing liver function. So you should have over 100 trillion bacteria in the large intestine, and most of these are made up of the various beneficial bacteria. And not having enough of the beneficial bacteria can be as equally damaging to the digestion health as having pathogenic bacteria or parasites or candida. So this can lead to a lot of not just digestion symptoms, but mood changes, skin problems by having low levels of the beneficial bacteria here. We also have bacteria known as commensal bacteria. These are things like Klebsiella, Streptococcus, and they're supposed to be in the digestive tract in very small amounts. On a test like this, they'll often show up as 0 or maybe 1. But if you get an overgrowth of these bacteria, like in this situation here, you're going to get a wide range of not just digestion symptoms again, but other health problems. Pathogenic bacteria, they shouldn't be present at all, and you can pick these up from the food and water supplies. And often you might get an acute infection and then things settle down, but it doesn't always mean the infection is gone, and it can lead to a chronic infection that can create other health problems. Here's another example of an overgrowth of the commensal bacteria, but in this situation we've got an overgrowth of 2 different parasites. Sometimes people can have parasites at a very low level and they will not cause problems. But when you get like a 3+ and even a 1+, combined with the digestion problems, it's definitely something that needs to be treated. At Planet Naturopath, we have specific protocols to help eliminate parasite infections. Yeasts are another thing that are supposed to be in the digestive tract, but not an overgrowth like this. So small amounts of beneficial yeast can be healthy, but when you start getting the pathogenic yeast taking over, it can lead to, once again, lots of digestion problems, but also mood changes, brain fog, fatigue, and skin issues. Helicobacter pylori, we mentioned, is a bacteria infection that occurs in the stomach. And while it can cause a lot of digestion problems, in particular reflux, it's also associated with things like acne rosacea, autoimmune conditions, other skin problems. And once again, symptoms can sort of come and go as well, so it can be a hard one to detect. It can be tested with a breath test, but the most accurate way of testing Helicobacter pylori is with the stool antigen test. SIBO testing helps to identify the overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine. We detect hydrogen and methane gases, and it's these gases produced by the bacteria that create the bloating, gas, reflux, constipation, and/or diarrhea. Knowing the type of bacteria you have, or the type of gases you have, can help tailor the treatment to be more specific for you. Other markers we look at are the short-chain fatty acids, pH, beta-glucuronidase is a marker of phase 2 of liver detoxification, and high levels of beta-glucuronidase can lead to poor estrogen detoxification. Pancreatic enzymes are important for the breakdown of the food in the small intestine. Calprotectin is an inflammatory marker, and it's associated with a much more serious condition than just IBS, but inflammatory bowel disease like Crohn's, ulcerative colitis. And it's amazing how many people go undiagnosed for years simply because they have never been tested for calprotectin. I had one client that had diarrhea for 15 years before she was tested by Planet Naturopath and found out she had inflammatory bowel disease. So at Planet Naturopath, we do both the comprehensive digestive stool analysis and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth test, or the SIBO test. These test kits can be sent to most places around the world, and you can do the tests at home in the comfort of your own privacy of your own home. Once the test's done, they're sent back to the lab for analysis, and usually 1 to 2 weeks later we get the results. We can set up a phone call or a video conference to go through the results together and help you with a treatment plan to not only improve your digestive health, but to usually improve most other aspects of health. Digestion is the key to good health, so it's always a good place to start. Even if you have things like hormonal problems, I'd always look at making sure the gut health is working optimally.